It's hard to talk after a loss like that. I think the biggest thing outside of the obvious outcome of the game is just that I'm incredibly proud of what this team has accomplished this season. God has just blessed me in ways that have surpassed my wildest dreams, and getting to be the head coach at Oklahoma State is truly the honor of my lifetime, and I'm so proud of what we built. God blessed me with amazing players to get to share in the journey with. And that's why I hurt so bad and why we all hurt, because we just love each other so much. And this year has been so incredibly special. I can't imagine a better first year in terms of what we were able to accomplish. The fact that we're sitting here when no one thought that we would be finished higher than 9th in our conference, let alone in the NCAA tournament. So I'm incredibly proud of that. I'm so grateful for a fan base who has embraced us and loved us and supported us. And that's what I'm holding my head high on, and that's what I'm going to encourage our players to hold their head high, because this was an amazing year. It's been an amazing journey, and I know this is just the start for Cowgirl basketball.
Thank you, Coach. We'll move on to questions for the student athletes. We'll begin on Zoom with Jenny Carlson.
Yeah, hey, Naomi, can you just talk me through that last sequence, just what you saw, and did you think you got a look that was going in the basket when you shot it?
I mean, yeah, of course, I did go to the basket to score it. It didn't end up the way I wanted, and that's just it. That's basketball. Sometimes you step in the ring, and it's either you win or you get knocked out. I don't know, somehow, some way, I don't know how, but I'll just have to find a way to let that fill me and not just kill me. Still have faith, still trust in God's plan, and I know He will help me throughout the rest of my journey, and that's what matters. That's just the risk of playing a sport, is that you can just hurt, and that's life too. So I just wish I could get it for my teammates, because they do deserve it. But that's life. That's always been my motto. That's life. So we gotta find a way. Just keep it pushing.
Next, we'll go to Zoom and Ben Hutchins.
Yeah, Lexy, this one's for you. If you can think about, where the team was at last year, the transformation you guys had this year, can you just reflect on just the journey to even be sitting at this podium right now?
Yeah, I think it's a night and day comparison. And I think it all goes back to the love we have for each other. The connection that we have with each other is just really special, and it goes beyond basketball. And I think that makes the difference in the long run. It's not necessarily about the wins and losses, which those are great, but this is family forever for us.
Are there any questions in the room before we go back to Zoom?
Yeah, Holly Warlick with ESPN. Mimi, can you reflect on your time at Oklahoma State and just really what it's meant to you?
Yes, I can, sure. I just had 1 year, and I didn't know what I was getting into when Coach called me, honestly. But I'm glad she did thought about me. It wasn't easy to come from mid-major to here, Big 12. I faced a bunch of challenges. I mean, size, speed. I remember Lexy Keys always beating me down the court every single time, but I had to adjust. I know my teammate helped me. They accepted me. What I had to make sure was not to change who I was, bringing the light, the joy. I mean, God gifted me with that. So I think I had to make it justice and just use it. I'll always be grateful for Coach. I know she is my coach, but somehow, some way, I consider her as a friend more. And she's not that old, and I'm not that young. So it's like the age gap is really, small. But I'm really grateful for that. No doubt, these girls are going to kill it. They have a heck of a leader right here sitting on my left. I know right here she's just going to give it hell. But it was just to do everything that I can. So they just keep on going the legacy. I think from now you can understand that God definitely had his hand on the program. 1,000%, no doubt. And right here, it's like as I talk, I just go through the journey, and I'm just grateful that I was able to be part of that. I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I know that I'll be just fine and that they will be just fine. But I'm still grateful no matter what was the outcome tonight.
And we'll take the last question for the student athletes from Jenny Carlson via Zoom.
Hey guys, could you guys talk to me about the third quarter there? Obviously, Naomie scored a bunch of points and I think 20 in the first 7 minutes or something. You guys only had the 3 when they erased the lead. Were you guys struggling more defensively or offensively, or did they kind of bleed into each other as you guys were struggling to hold that halftime lead?
Lexy, let's start with you.
I think they kind of went into each other. It started with defense, and it always starts with defense for us. We went very good in transition in that quarter, and I think it led into offense because we were just felt rushed, felt like the lead was dwindling, and had to score points, and ultimately we just kind of got out of being us for a little bit.
Naomie, anything to add?
I think she hit it right on the head. I would say also we was not hunting as we were in the first half. That's it. I mean, that was a great team. They played good defense, and we took a little bit longer to adjust.
Great. Naomie, Lexy, thank you for letting us be a part of
Thank
your
you.
journey,
Thank you.
and good luck.
Thanks.
We'll take questions in the room for Coach. Raise your hand, we'll get you a mic. And if you're on Zoom, use the raise your hand function, and we'll get to you shortly. If there's nothing in the room, Jenny Carlson, go ahead.
Hey, Jacie, I'll ask you the same question I asked them and another one as well. Just when the lead turned, what did you feel like was most impactful? Defensive struggles, offensive struggles? And then the second thing is, I know you guys obviously had some tournament experience, players that have been in the tournament before, but having those veterans, not having success, do you feel like now you've got a team that has felt what this is like and that'll translate in years to come? Was that one of those things that maybe hurt you a little bit today?
Yeah, I think in that third quarter, I knew what Miami was capable of. I've seen them force teams into turnovers and play the exact way that they did in that stretch. I've seen it time and time again on film, and in fact, I'd shoot our team out at halftime, just kind of knowing, the storm that was coming. I felt like the game plan today was to take care of the ball and limit their transition. They're really, really good when they're able to get up and down. And, I thought that their defense affected us offensively, and then they were able to score easy points. And so I didn't really even feel like we had a chance to play defense because they were just running. That's what Miami does. They're very good at that. I wish I could have done more to help our team throughout that stretch. And then I think, we've had some players who have played at this level and on this platform. And I felt like at times that helped. But every game is different. Every year is different. Every situation is different. And I do think that what happened today is going to bode well for us in the future, because the hardest thing, I think, is just getting here. We got here. And I can't think of a more motivating way to, go into your off season, to go into next season, to just be so close and not get that taste of winning. So I think that overall our foundation is really going to benefit, as hard as it is to say that. That's what I'm going to do as a leader, is just make sure that we use this to our advantage in the future.
Go ahead with your next question, Jenny.
Yeah, the fact that, you did chew them out at halftime, were there things that you tried to say in the huddles as that run is happening to try to get it shut off? Because it didn't seem like they were finding answers. Was there anything that you could say or do to try to help them along there?
Obviously not. I wish that we could have adjusted better. We prepared for it, but until you go up against it, it's different. I was really trying to just bring a sense of calm and peace to the chaos, and felt like it was kind of a combination of some people, tightening up, and then some people being too lax. I know, just in the future, again, that's really going to help me be a better coach for my players. It's the players that we have returning, that's a stretch that we're going to be able to go back to and work on moving forward.
Thank you.
And we'll give the last question to Ben Hutchins.
Yeah, Jacie, you touched on it in your opening statement. In a year where not everybody thought you would be sitting here in the March Madness, how, as you reflect on it, how successful was this year?
It was incredibly successful. And it wasn't just successful on paper. Our culture is strong. You heard what the players said. Cowgirl basketball just has something so special right now. Whether it's our work ethic, whether it's the way that our players carry themselves with integrity and class, and take so much pride in representing Oklahoma State. I would put our culture up against anyone in the country. And so that's really what I'm most proud of. But, on paper, to go from a 9-win season to a 21-win season, to get to be here, like I said, to have our fan base just so rejuvenated and re-energized, and the momentum that we've got there, the momentum that I feel in recruiting, all of it, we're trending exactly where we want to be trending. And I'm so thankful to the amazing group of players who helped us lay the foundation that they did. That was the whole goal, was to lay an unshakable foundation, and they did exactly that. So I'm incredibly proud.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.